Kindness is often misunderstood as something small, soft, or optional, especially in a world that rewards speed, power, and loud success. Yet kindness, when combined with motivation, becomes one of the strongest forces a person can carry. It does not announce itself. It does not demand attention. Instead, it quietly shapes character, strengthens resolve, and gives meaning to struggle. This story is about that quiet power. It is the story of an ordinary man whose life did not change overnight, but slowly transformed because he chose kindness even when it was difficult, and motivation even when hope felt distant. The story begins in a large, crowded city where millions of people lived close together yet felt completely alone. The city never truly slept. Its streets were always filled with traffic, its buildings packed with offices, and its people constantly rushing somewhere else. In this city lived a man named Noah. Noah was not rich, famous, or influential. He worked a regular job as a junior analyst in a corporate firm. His salary covered rent and basic needs, but left little room for comfort or luxury. His apartment was small, his routine repetitive, and his dreams often felt too heavy to carry after long days of work. Noah's mornings started before sunrise. He would wake up to the sound of his alarm, already feeling tired. As he prepared for work, his mind filled with worries about deadlines, performance reviews, and family responsibilities. His parents depended on him emotionally, and sometimes financially. There were days when the pressure felt unbearable. Yet even in those moments, Noah tried to remind himself why he kept going. Motivation, for him, was not excitement or passion. It was responsibility mixed with hope. Noah grew up in a modest household where money was scarce but values were strong. His parents often struggled to make ends meet, but they never allowed hardship to turn them bitter. His mother believed deeply in kindness. She used to say that life would test him again and again, and that he would face moments when being kind felt pointless. But she also told him that kindness was not about rewards, it was about remaining human in an inhuman world. Those words stayed with Noah long after childhood. Every morning, Noah traveled to work on an overcrowded train. The train was filled with tired faces, silent frustration, and emotional distance. People avoided eye contact, guarding their personal space as if kindness might cost them something. Small arguments were common, and patience was rare. Noah felt the same stress, but he made a conscious decision not to let it control his actions. He offered his seat to elderly passengers, helped strangers who looked confused, and spoke politely even when others were rude. These actions were small and often unnoticed, but they gave Noah a sense of control over who he was becoming. At work, the environment was competitive and demanding. Deadlines were strict, mistakes were highlighted, and appreciation was limited. Many coworkers focused only on personal growth, often ignoring or undermining others. Noah worked hard, but he also believed in cooperation. When colleagues struggled, he helped them understand tasks instead of judging them. When tensions rose, he chose calm communication over ego. Some coworkers saw his kindness as weakness. They believed that success required aggression and selfishness. Noah heard these opinions, and sometimes they made him doubt himself. There were moments when Noah questioned whether his approach made sense. He watched others advance faster by taking credit, pushing others aside, or pleasing the right people. Meanwhile, his own progress felt slow. At night, exhaustion amplified his doubts. He wondered if kindness had any real value in a world that rewarded ambition without empathy. During those moments, Noah reminded himself that success without integrity would feel empty. Motivation, he realized, was not about winning quickly. It was about building something meaningful that could last. One evening, after staying late to finish a report, Noah noticed a security guard sitting alone near the office entrance. The guard looked exhausted, his shoulders slumped from long hours of standing. Most employees passed by without noticing him. Noah hesitated, feeling tired himself, but then he stopped and started a conversation. He offered the guard some water and asked how his day was going. The guard slowly opened up, sharing that he was working extra shifts to pay medical bills for his wife. Noah listened carefully, without interrupting or offering empty advice. He treated the guard with respect, not pity. The next day, Noah spoke to his manager about the guard's situation. He did not demand anything, but he asked whether support or flexible shifts could be arranged. The conversation did not lead to immediate change, but it planted a seed. Weeks later, the guard's schedule improved slightly. It was a small victory, but it reminded Noah that kindness could create ripples, even if they were slow and subtle. Life continued to test Noah. A promotion he had hoped for went to someone else. Financial pressure increased when rent rose unexpectedly. Motivation felt fragile, and discouragement crept in. There were days when getting out of bed felt like a battle. On those days, Noah learned an important lesson. Motivation is not always confidence or excitement. Sometimes it is discipline. It is choosing to show up even when you feel tired, invisible, and unsure. Over time, Noah's consistent behavior began to influence others. Coworkers started coming to him for help and advice. They trusted him because he listened without judgment. When conflicts arose, Noah often became a bridge between different perspectives. Without realizing it, he was developing leadership qualities. His kindness built trust, and his consistency built respect. He was not the loudest person in the room, but his presence made people feel calmer and more focused. A major shift began when the company announced a restructuring. Fear spread quickly. Rumors of layoffs filled the office, and anxiety became constant. During this uncertain period, Noah focused on supporting others rather than panicking. He shared information openly, helped colleagues prepare resumes, and encouraged teamwork instead of competition. His calm attitude stood out. While others reacted with fear, Noah responded with steadiness. This period marked the beginning of change in Noah's life, not because circumstances improved immediately, but because his inner strength became clearer. He realized that kindness was not a distraction from success. It was the foundation of the kind of success he wanted to build. And although he did not yet know it, the choices he was making during this difficult time were slowly shaping a future that would test him even more, and reward him in unexpected ways. Part 1 ends here.